told that n is a number that's greater than 1. No constraint as far as whether it's an integer or not. Quantity A is 125n. So what I'll do is to distribute that. And notice you can always add and subtract numbers to both sides when you're comparing quantities. So what I'm going to do is to subtract 125n. So that would be 75, 80, 90n. And I'm going to add 215 and divide by 90. So this number is going to be, we know, 9 times, let me just do this. You can use a calculator here. 9 times 2 is 18. So approximately 2.4. So we're comparing n and 2.4. Well, which one is greater? N is greater than 1. Well, it could be 1.1, in which case quantity A is greater, but it could be 3, in which case that's greater, so we can't determine the relationship. Answer is D. Now, you don't have to do any of this. You could just plug in values. I mean, this is kind of my personal preference. I generally know that something is hidden, but it doesn't mean that you can't just plug in values immediately. And maybe think in terms of extremes. So when they say n greater than 1, maybe you pick 1.01. So this would be approximately 125, whereas this would be 215 times 1.01 minus 1, which is 215 times 0.01, which is 2.15, right? So here quantity A is greater. Then maybe you pick some large value. For example, maybe you pick n is equal to 10. Or actually, maybe even better might be 1,000, because then we know n minus 1 would be close to 1,000. So here it's 125 times 1,000, whereas here quantity B would be 215 times approximately 1,000, because 1,000 minus 1 would be 999. So clearly this would be much greater. So now we have quantity B that's greater. So you can also kind of think in terms of extremes. That also works. So the answer is choice D.